Good evening, this is BelGeode and we are back with some more Microsoft Flight Simulator X Steam Edition, and tonight I've got a special episode for you where we're going to be showing off multiple things. But before I begin, I want to give a really huge shout out to these guys right here. Virtual Aircraft Restoration. Hartmut and Tobias were kind enough to gift me this livery that's part of the collection that they're working on. You can find them on Facebook and on YouTube. The link, of course, is going to be below. So their amazing livery is going to be on the Vertigo Studios Grumman F6F Hellcat, which is a slightly older model. However, it works just fine in FSX Steam Edition. And as a matter of fact, I was even able to incorporate TACPack into this, although I will not be showing that off tonight. Instead, what I have in mind for us, we're going to be taking a look at not one, but two airports. We're going to start out here at Plum Island, as you saw in my little flyover earlier. Plum Island and the second airport that we're going to be visiting, Minuteman Airfield, are both a part of iBlueYonder's $100 hamburger package. And in case you were curious, the $100 hamburger is actually a reference to an inside joke in the aviation community. Pilots call a $100 hamburger pretty much any excuse that they can find to go flying. But we don't really need an excuse. We're going to go flying anyway, just to check out these amazing sceneries, this aircraft, and of course the wonderful livery that was given to me to fly with it. Alrighty folks, without further ado, let's hop in the cockpit and in the Oculus Rift. Okay, so now that we are on board, let's see if we can get this baby started, and hopefully we can make it to Minuteman before sunset, because I really want that burger, let me just tell you. Alright, now, since this is a World War II aircraft, we do have a little bit of a checklist, but not too much. It shouldn't be that difficult, or at least so I would like to think. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to want to do, we make sure that our prop pitch is at 0%, which it currently is. Fuel is currently selected to, I want to say that's a reserve tank. Yeah, we don't have a whole heck of a lot of gas, but we do have a lot in the wing tanks, so we should be good to go there. Alright, we are going to need to open the cowl flaps, so let me go ahead and just pull that all the way open. There we go, 100%. Oil cooler we'll leave alone for now. We'll open that up when we're getting ready to take off, and that should be fine. Okay. Throttle we're going to need to crack open. So like right there. And then mixture. In this aircraft, you want to set your mixture just a little bit past the cutoff. So like right there. We'll put it to full mixture once we get the engine started up. Okay, let's see. I'm probably going to want to put my lights on before I turn the battery on, so that way when I flip the battery on, everything will be on. So we'll grab our nav lights here, provided of course I can reach it. There we go. Okay, so now we can turn the battery on. Okay. And with the battery on, we're also going to want to turn our fuel pump on. So there we go. Alright, now it's time to prime the engine. So we're going to hit the primer switch once. There we go. We'll lift up the cover. We'll yell, "Clear prop!" and hit the starter switch. Okay, looks like we got a good start. So we're going to want to keep this in idle for now. And we'll put our mixture up to full. And we'll let the engine warm up. We're supposed to let it warm up past 40 degrees. It looks like it's already there, so we really don't have to do too much more when it comes to that. Now, a word of note about these nifty wings here. Because we have cramped real estate here, you'll notice there's an aircraft right there, and there's one off to my left as well. I'm going to keep these puppies folded up until we make the turnaround to that hold short just before the runway. So I'm hoping that I can make this corner with this tail dragger. I'm not a huge fan of tail draggers. Okay, a couple other things I need to check real quick. First and foremost, our altimeter. There we go, altimeter is now set. Our heading should be between about 255 and 260, and I want to say that is pretty much where it is right now. You'll see right now it says we're facing about 030 degrees, which is fine. That'll change once we take off and get underway. We're going to keep the prop pitch exactly where it is for taxiing purposes, and then when we're ready to take off, we'll pull it up to full prop pitch. But right about now I can turn off our fuel pump. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. That way we don't run out of gas before we even take off. Okay. Pitot heater, we're going to go ahead and turn you on because it's a little bit nippy out today. And our radio should already be on. One of the really cool things that I'm going to be showing you in this flight as we approach Minuteman is what Bill calls pilot controlled lighting, or PCL. It uses our comm radio in order to activate it, so I'm hoping it'll behave itself and work for us here. Alright, I do believe we've got everything pretty much set to go here. Can't put the flaps down yet because the wings are not unfolded, but looks like everything else is fine. We can't really do controls wipeout as of yet, except maybe for the rudder. But speaking of which, we're going to need to make our way to the runway now. So let me give it a little bit of throttle. We'll come off the parking brake. And we're rolling. And of course, since this is a tail dragger, I'm going to need to have a hard right rudder just to make this turn. And try not to hit the porta-john on our way out. Alright, right here should be good. This is our hold short line, but this is also the area that I'm going to use to unfold the wings. And the wing fold mechanism is right under here. When it reaches halfway, the wings will start going down. Okay, make sure everything's all locked. Yep, looks good on that side. Looks good on this side. Okay, so now we can drop the flaps down. There's really only one notch when it comes to flaps in this thing, so you should see them going down right now. It takes a while. And the reason why I'm doing that on a day like today, you may have noticed when we did our walk around earlier, there's not much space to this runway. It's over like right there. As soon as we hit that barricade, it's all over for us. So yeah, we're gonna need flaps on this one. And then of course we'll close the canopy after we take off. Alrighty folks, let's see if I can maneuver this lumbering beast over to the end of runway 10. Alright, brakes can come off. Incidentally, you'll notice it's still fall. These are the updated versions of Terraflora, Turbulent Design's excellent tree program there. Or I guess I should say tree package. It's not really a program per se. Alright, let's see if I can swing her around. Come on, baby, you can do it. You can do it. Perfect. Well, near perfect. Okay, so final checks to make sure everything is kosher. We'll start on the far left. Flaps are down full. Yep. We've got full flaps there. We've got full flaps there. Oil cooler, now is the time to open you up. There we go. Oil cooler is now open. Supercharger stays in neutral. Mixture can actually be pulled back to auto rich, which is right about there. I'm going to forego the fuel pump. I don't think we need to turn that back on, at least not this time. Our tail wheel should be locked, but to be honest with you, I don't really remember which one of these operates the tail wheel. So we might have to take a chance and see if we can take off with it unlocked. Alright, everything on this side looks good. All of these have to do with weapons and so on. Okay, I don't really see anything out of place. We do need our landing lights on though, so we'll go ahead and flip the switch. There we go, landing lights are currently on. Okay. Last thing I'm going to need to do here before we take off is the prop hitch. We will need that all the way full, so we'll make sure that says 100. Yes, it does. Alrighty, folks. So say goodbye to Plum Island. Our next stop is going to be Minuteman because we've got a date with a diner and a rather expensive burger. Brakes down, throttles up. Just like that, we are airborne. Look how quickly that happened. Of course, it helped that we've got a pretty sizable wind coming here. Alright, gear can come up. And flaps, you can now come up. Beautiful, beautiful. And look at the salt marsh around. Bill really took a lot of time to make sure that salt marsh looks like a salt marsh. And that's pretty much the only thing that'll grow there is like swamp grasses, basically. It's pretty nifty. We've got a little neighborhood down there. That's so awesome. Alright, well, I always wanted to do this with a Hellcat, so it has to be done, folks. It has to be done. And let's bring it around to the right. You see the barricade at the end of the runway. And that's where we were parked, over by the little hangar. That is so neat. Wow. I'm constantly in awe at the stuff that iBlueYonder comes out with. This is no exception. But wait till you see the airport that we're going to. That makes this one look like child's play. And check it out! There's birds down there. I didn't notice those guys before. That is so cool. I love it. Okay, so now that we've checked out the airport that we took off from, let's make our way to our destination. So it looks like we are on heading, and I want to see if I can bring us up to about 6,000. So Let's give it some throttle here and pull up. We got a little bit of turbulence, so I'm going to be swinging left to right here. And I do know we're supposed to pass one airport on our way there. That should be Lawrence Municipal, so I'll point it out if I see it. I'm going to go ahead and close this canopy, though. Just shy of 7,000, a little bit higher than I wanted to go, but that's okay, I can deal with it. Wow. So yeah, we definitely got some flatlands here in Massachusetts, but this is still a good thing, mind you. Alright, I'm going to trim us down somewhat, otherwise we'll just keep climbing all night. Oh, that just looks so awesome, though. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm not sure why Bill has chosen to make a bunch of airports in New England, but you know what? I am really grateful to him for that, because this is definitely a beautiful area to fly in. A little bit flat for my tastes, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about it. I am not going to complain at all. And this aircraft seems to be doing well, despite the little turbulence here and there. And I can't say enough good things about this livery. The guys did an absolutely amazing job. Folks, I fell in love with this livery when I first saw it. I had to have it. So yeah, it is definitely my pleasure to show it off for you folks. Alright, I'm looking to see if Lawrence is coming up. Lawrence Municipal, that would be. I don't see it as of yet, but I know we're heading in the right direction, so it should be popping up relatively soon. Do a little wing wag here. Oh, I don't see it on that side. I don't see it on that side either. Oh, you know what? That might be it up ahead there. Huh. No, I think that might be a bridge, actually. Well, I know we're definitely heading in the right direction, so we'll probably run into it soon enough. Oh, crap. I did not put enough gas in the reserve tank. Okay. Well, luckily, I should be able to just switch the fuel selector. Whew, okay, we're back in action. That was a little scary there. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous there for a second. And now we're way too high. We're at 7,000. So let's see if we can get out of this pea soup here. Okay, there we go. Much better. Much, much better. So yeah, we really don't have to travel a very long way to get there. In fact, it should be coming up probably within the next 10 or so minutes. I'm still looking to see if I can see Lawrence, though. I'm thinking it's got to be in this neighborhood somewhere. Oh wait, you know what? I think we just overflew it. Hold on a sec. Alright, well let's check out Lawrence Municipal real quick here. Matter of fact, let's do it World War II style. We'll dive for the deck. And I hope you all don't get motion sick. Yeah, this just looks like default with the HD textures, the airport textures by Rex. It's not too shabby. It's a towered airport too. Huh. I'll have to come here sometime. Alright, what is our heading right now? 230. Okay, so we need to swing out a little bit more this way. Alright, that should do the trick. Almost lined up. See, that's the only downside of being in a World War II aircraft. We lose all of the modern conveniences that we're used to, like GPS, for example. So yeah, dead reckoning is going to be the order of the day. Luckily, I did do my flight planning before I hopped in the cockpit, so I'm about 98.9% sure that we will make it to our destination. There's always that margin for error, though. And it looks like the turbulence is starting to kick up as well, too. So I'll have to be mindful of that on our way in. Alright, let's take another look outside. And we'll be right back. Okay, so we should be at our top of descent now, and we should be able to see the airport somewhere up ahead. So I'm going to see if I can bring us down from 6,000 feet here, and we'll see if we can spot this thing. It's going to be interesting to find. However, one of the things that we can do at this airport that I was mentioning briefly earlier is the pilot-controlled lighting. Now, I've already got our frequency set to 122.80, which is basically a Unicom frequency. But after doing that, according to Bill, what I should be able to do is hit the caps lock button, or the voice transmit button. It's the same thing, basically. And that should cause all the runway lights at the airport to come on and stay on for about 15 minutes. So we're going to test that theory here. Now that we're down to about 3,000 feet, I'm also going to open up the canopy. It's a little claustrophobic in here in these World War II planes. There we go, much better. Good thing I'm not in danger of losing my hat. Alright, I have no visual on this airport yet. Oh, wait a minute. Could that be it over there? You see that red light? Let's go investigate. I'm guessing that might be it. Maybe my dead reckoning isn't so dead after all. Wow, and we still have a little bit of turbulence here. Sheesh. Alright, let me trim us up just a touch here. Yeah, you know what? I think that just might be it. Okay, so 122.80. And just like we did when we took off from Plum Island, what I'll do is I'll do a flyby really quickly. And then we'll see if we can bring this bird home to land. Because honestly, I think landing is going to be the real test with this aircraft. Got some wind in my face there. What's our current heading? Due south. And what runways do we have available to us? Looks like 21 and 3. Now, given the way that we had to take off before, I'm thinking 3 is probably the one that we want. So that means we're going to need to make a U-ey here. But yeah, there's Minuteman, and there's the diner. Very nice. Okay, let's lose a bit of altitude here, and we'll swing out to the right. I'm going to put us in a full idle here. I think I'm going to turn over this lake. Wow, look at these lush autumn colors too. Let's hear it for photo scenery. And I love how everything just blends seamlessly in too with everything. With all the default scenery and the terra flora. Okay, there's our airport. Alright, we've lost enough speed, so I'm going to go ahead and get the gear down. And we'll also get our flaps down. And remember, there's only one notch. And let me see if I can convince these runway lights to come on. They don't appear to be coming on just yet. I don't know if you have to be a certain distance before they'll actually come on. But needless to say, I'm not seeing that happen here. Runway lights are not coming on. Okay, well, you know what? I'm okay with that because we are on short final right now. All we need to do is just bring this bird home. So as usual, my typical tail dragger landing. Definitely not a three-pointer, but you know what? I'm okay with this. I can live with it. And welcome, folks, to Minuteman Airport. Oh, look at those Vazzy lights, too. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I love these parked planes, too. That's just awesome. Alright, let's swing ourselves around here. We'll go to the hold short. And then we've got one very important thing to do before we park. And that is, we've got to fold our wings. Alright, so flaps, you can come up. Thank you. Landing lights, I'm going to go ahead and turn you off because we will not need you with the wings folded. It's kind of pointless considering the way that the wings will be pointed. Okay, flaps, are you done yet? Today, please. Today. Thank you. Alright, wing fold. Oh yeah, much better. Can you imagine me taxiing through this row of aircraft with my wings unfolded? That would have been one humongous repair bill. So you know what? I'm so glad that I'm doing it this way. As we pass this hangar on the end here, I'm going to show you another nifty little feature that iBlueYonder has in this scenery. Check this out. All I have to do is taxi close to the hangar. Look at that. That's a first as far as I'm aware. I don't know of any other sceneries that have automatic garage doors opening. That's just too cool. Let's take a quick look outside. Alright, let's taxi over here. I'm sure you can see the diner up ahead. Please tell me there are no planes in the way. This is the diner that we're going to be going to. Whoa, and what was that? Oh, that was the gas pump. I almost hit that. Good thing my wings are folded, huh? Alright, let's turn around before we cause any more mischief here. And actually, we are going to need to get gas, considering the fact that my reserve tank is completely empty, and now my wing tank is almost empty. So the timing couldn't be better, folks. Let me get my seat belts off here. Take a quick look-see. Ah, yes, Minuteman Airport. Absolutely beautiful by iBlueYonder. And our chariot today, the F6F Hellcat. And of course we've got our custom livery on there, which I'll be popping that information up for you again in a few minutes. Alright, but here we are. The only other thing that I need to do is turn everything off. So let's go ahead and get that done. And of course, we're going to do things the easy way. There we go. Alright, while everything's powering down, I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the lights. We'll leave the cowl flaps and the oil cooler open, and everything should be fine. Alrighty, folks, I don't know how hungry you are, but I am famished, and I absolutely love the ambient noise that we're listening to right now. But that burger waits for no one. I'm gonna hop in there and grab one. Alrighty, folks, thanks as always for watching. This has been BelGeode, and I have been flying in Microsoft Flight Simulator X Steam Edition using the Vertigo Studios F6F Hellcat with a livery created by Virtual Aircraft Restorations. And we've been looking at iBlueYonder's $100 hamburger. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Ciao!